I thought it would be fun today to share a little bit of the behind the scenes of how I review some Stalker mods and all the work that goes into it, to do something a little bit different on this channel. Well, okay, to tell the truth, it's more that I'm going crazy right now and I need to share it with someone. Let me explain what's happening. I was looking for a new mod to review for my Stalker story mod series, so I was doing some research, looking at all the mods that exist, what people recommended to me, trying to find all the information I can on the usual stuff pretty much. And I stumbled upon Doppelganger, which looked absolutely perfect. I watched some crazy videos that really made me want to try it, and I wanted to review a mod for Clear Sky for a while now, because I didn't do one so far, and I wanted to dive at the same time into the Slavic, Eastern European, Gopnik, Cheeki, Breeki craziness part of the community, and all the crazy unknown mods that the English-speaking community is not too aware of. So Doppelganger sounded absolutely perfect to do both of these things. I get the mod, I'm welcomed by an absolutely epic and weird and cheesy intro, and I'm like, boy, this is gonna be something. I mean, look at this, how do you not get pumped watching this? The game starts and I'm immediately in love with the first area. The look of it, the atmosphere, everything, it looks really good. I still have no idea how anything works, but I actually really enjoy discovering things by myself. So I start tinkering with what's in my inventory, pretty much like a monkey pushing random buttons in front of him. And of course, I end up dying without knowing what really happened to me, but hey, such is life in the zone, right? I start exploring, I have no idea where I'm supposed to go, but that's the interesting part. I find some loot, things are going well, I'm actually feeling confident. I get my first clues at the same time. Discovering new locations makes this loud, ominous sound. From what I understand, I need to scan more locations to unlock a teleport or something, so perfect, let's keep exploring. I find the edge of the map, of course I jump, for science, of course it's a dumb idea and I die, and we keep exploring. And I start running around, more and more, in this giant forest, where everything looks the same, with no clue where I'm going. It's fun for a while, but 10 minutes passes, then 20 minutes, then half an hour. You keep running around, time passes, you're getting confused, you start thinking about life, your inevitable death, and what you're choosing to do with the little free time you have. You start picturing YouTube comments too, because at this point, if you tell people to try this mod, you're gonna get burned at the stake. And suddenly you see something new in the distance. All these random thoughts disappear, and you get excited again. See, this mod has something to offer, we're getting somewhere, finally. And the zone reminds you that no, fuck you, there's no place for joy here, only suffering and misery. But you push through, you're not gonna give up like that. You lower the difficulty without telling anyone, maybe it's gonna help. You like the atmosphere, you like the sound design, you discover new places, new clues. They're far apart, but it still feels that you're going somewhere. You see yourself as someone who doesn't give up easily, someone with a lot of patience. But you look at the clock, and you've been running around for almost 3 hours now, with no end in sight. So you start looking for some help. You spend hours scrolling forgotten Russian website. Of course you barely find anything. This is an obscure mod for an obscure game that's more than 6-year-olds now. What did you expect? But you still try. You read everything you can. Of course, all the sources are in Russian, so you try to decipher what the broken Google translation tries to tell you. It doesn't help. You start watching 20 minutes long videos of people in the same situation as you, with an even worse YouTube auto-translation. The only words you can understand are suka, and it fits perfectly the situation you are in.
Кто-то опять что-то шепчет, сука. Мне страшно. Аж мурашки по попке.
You start writing down everything you see, hoping you'll find an answer here. It doesn't help either. You start slowly getting crazy. But you decide not to give up. After all the research you did showed that this mod was perfect and exactly what you were looking for. You're not gonna give up like that, so you keep looking. After 2 more hours, you're sure you found everything there is to find. There can't be more. You checked everywhere, did everything you thought you were supposed to do. You're probably very close to the answer, and soon you'll be able to work on the new video you want to make about this mod. But for some reason, you still cannot leave the first fucking level. And then it dawns on you. You just spent your whole Sunday, your only free time, to work on a new video, running around, not being able to achieve anything. You open the map, looking again how giant it is, picturing the amount of content there is to cover that you haven't even touched, and then you decide to give up. Sad and defeated. It never happened to you before. It's pretty hard to swallow. But such is life in the zone. A couple days later, bored and procrastinating, you start looking for some info on the mod again, just in case. Everything you see are links you already visited, and then you stumble upon a video you missed. It doesn't look like much, there's not really anything super useful in it, but you take what this guy is saying very personally.
Ее не дропнет через 3 минуты, потому что, они для этого не предназначены. Это специально для олдовых таких ребят, у которых жопа привыкла к усидчивости и руки к мозолям. Короче говоря...
Even through the broken YouTube translation, you kinda feel called out. You're not a pussy, with no perseverance, fuck that. So you install the mod again, you go through everything once again, redoing every single step along the way. And this time, for some reason, it works. I don't know, I don't understand it, but it fucking works. You actually managed to leave the first level. So I guess, stay tuned. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if I'm going to end up making a review about this mod in the end, but I had to share this experience.